Working in a team and being part of a great team is the most enjoyable and rewarding aspect of a job. Like they say, teamworks make the dream work is so true. But it is also difficult to create a team that is after a dream and works like a dream team. So, in this webinar, we are going to talk about effective teamwork and skills, the elements and skills you need to be a successful team. Hi, my name is Martin Athanas. I work as the head of training and also author of two books. I am a business and personal coach as well. Effective teamwork is important not only for an organization to succeed, but also for its people's well being. So it is a important for essentially from the members of the team point. When you work as a team, not only you benefit, which is your ultimate goal, but along with you, your organization benefit as well. So you don't have to think that being an individual contributor in a team is only beneficial for the company. It is also psychologically beneficial for your well-being. As the legend said, Michael Jordan said, talent win games, but teamwork and intelligence win championships. So if you want to succeed within an organization for a longer period of time, teamwork plays a very essential role. Please keep that in mind. The elements of effective teamwork, there are two categories. One is as a team, what are the elements needed? Second, as an individual members, each individual members, what are their contribution needed or skill sets needed by them. So let's start with the elements needed as a team. One is open communication. Communication is not only transferring information from to one another, but it is also a process of trusting each other and putting your trust in the other people and considering and understanding that the other people are there to help you like you are there to help them. So be transparent and be open. If you think there are things that you want clarity, please come up and talk about those elements. Don't feel that you will be criticized for your suggestions or the questions that you ask. Trust your team members. Trust your team. Second is empathy. A team is not all similar people, and that's the best part about the team. A team will have excellent performers, excellent personalities, and also middle, personalities, people who are average in performance, but probably wonderful personalities, and also camaraderie. You have to, so whenever you come to within your team, if you find a person is not up to the mark, don't try to be critical or negative of that person, but try to contribute to their, that person's growth by being a mentor or giving suggestions, offline and showing your support. And the third is most important, which is camaraderie. You work as you actually create a friendship circle when you work as a team. You share so much about yourself, your personal life, your hobbies, and what you enjoy, what you don't enjoy. And when you go out, you go for parties and for outings, and also during a lunch break and and your coffee breaks, you take those breaks as a team, which creates psychological say outlets for you to bust your stress and be at your best at each and every hour of your working hours. So create that friendship and environment within the team through your communication. Clear and direct goals, clear direction and clear goals. Every team need to have a leader, and if a leader is not there, the team has to take that bold decision of appointing one person amongst them as their leader. Now, the best criteria of the leader should be not technically sound. The person who is able to handle people skills comes to play, and the person who is able to handle all different kind of people with a cool mind and with a cool head and impartial can be selected as your team leader. Now, when you have the team and the team leader, there are three things important. One is one leader. Multiple leaders brings in conflict, so just settle with one leader. Second is one direction. You need to have, even if the company has its own logo and tagline, you need to have your own tagline also. Your that one liner that states what you stand as a team, what you stand for as a team, what you as a team, and then one goal. You might have multiple goals as a team, but those are not goals basically, those are tasks. And the goal of the team is probably to be the best team in the company, or to be the most transparent team in the company, the most trustworthy, dependable team in the company. So have one such goal that emotionally connects all of you as a part of the team. Next is sense of accountability. It is sense of accountability comes from your self-evaluation. You have to evaluate your strengths and weaknesses. Nobody is perfect. Every person have some strengths and some weaknesses, and one should be very aware of the strengths and weaknesses, because if you are aware of that, then you can bank upon your strengths, but at the same time always work to improvise yourself by overcoming your weaknesses. And the great thing that is available here is you can learn from your teammates. So second is, once you know your strengths and weaknesses, you have to overcome or put in efforts to overcome negativity, because weaknesses brings in negativity. For example, if you have an inferiority complex, you think you are not a good a performer as the other team members, that creates inferiority complex, and that inferiority complex brings in a lot of negativity within you. So you try to become critical, you try to become aloof, you try to create arguments, or you don't perform your task as per the timeline set by the team. So don't take that route. Be positive and learn from your mates. If somebody is doing something good, the best part of you being a team is, and the opportunity for you to be a part of that team is, you can learn from your teammates. How are they doing it? Have open conversations with them. It is never a bad thing to learn new things, and also essentially from your teammates. You don't have to think small about that. Instead, it is a very great thing. If you are able to learn from others, you will grow as a leader, and one day you will lead your own team and become the best performer and a people liked by your teammates. Task delegation. As we said, once you have a goal, that goal is broken down into tasks. Now, completing the task requires delegation of various tasks to different people. This is basically the primary task of your team leader. So choose, when the team leader is choosing the task delegation, choose people for the task as per their strengths and weaknesses. Don't give a task probably say a quality task, going through data and seeing looking for quality errors. Don't give it to a person who doesn't have eye for detail, and he will not be able to do it properly. Similarly, if a person is very aloof and not able to communicate with others freely, don't give the inter-team coordination as task to that person. So the ability of the leader is to see the strengths and weaknesses of your team members, and also assign tasks as per the strengths and weaknesses. And after you assign the task, your job is not over. You have to be with the team and support them. Go to them every once in a couple of hours, and talk to them whether they are progressing in the task given to them, and willingly offer them help and assistance wherever they need. So this will give them that confidence that even if they are not good at some places, they can always fall back to you and get your advice and do their best. Now, the set of skills that we have discussed so far is as a team. Now, as individuals, what are the skills that you need to display in order to make your team stronger. What is your individual contribution? Each individual's contribution. Those are the set of skills that we are going to discuss now. One is communication skills. Communication skills is the very heart of any successful team. You should be communicating in a way that is acceptable by people. You should be clear in your communication, concise in your communication, and bring up communication sense when they need. Don't nurse your problems within yourself. Bring out in the open during the team meetings. And team meetings are very, very essential as well. Second, planning and organizing skills. You need to have schedules. The tasks need to be divided according to schedules. So how many tasks need to be done before lunch and within how many hours, and who are responsible, to execute the task. Daily meetings are important. Even if you don't have time to have two meetings, one pre-lunch and one post-lunch, at least you can have a meeting during the beginning of the day or at the end of the day, and get together as a team and create an opportunity for sharing and caring. Daily reports. Every team member should be encouraged to send their reports on a daily basis of the work that they have done. Output evaluation. As soon as the report is there for you, it is also important to give evaluation. Don't be scared about giving evaluating the work. And when you come across work that is substandard or not up to the mark, give immediate feedback. Evaluation and feedback is a part of the constant improvement that you're looking for from your team members. And if you don't give that, if you don't do that, the improvement is not possible. Then problem solving skills. Think logically. Whenever you have a problem, think logically, first of all, individually. Second is brainstorm with that problem with your team members. You have 5 team members in your team, 10 team members in your team. Some people will be very good at problem solving. So when you are not able to find a solution yourself for a particular problem, have that brevity to approach your team members who are good at problem solving. Take their help, talk to them, tell them various challenges, and discuss with them various ways to overcome those challenges. Then try to experiment. Experiment takes away the fear from you, but at the same time, fear will stop you from experimenting. Without experiment, you will not be able to prove your hypothesis or the probability that you're trying to achieve is the right one or the wrong one. So always have the courage to experiment with new ideas and new approaches and new ways of presentations, or new ways of creating your reports, or new ways of approaching people and coordination, and new ways of talking to customers, new ways of talking within your team, communicating within your team. Experiment always. Now, collaboration. The collaboration is personal skills. Within a team, typically there are 3 types of people that you will come across. One is positive. They are very energetic and never talk negative and never criticize you. But there are neutral people who are neither positive or nor negative. So those are the people, whenever you ask for a suggestion, who will say no comments, and you have to deal with those people as well. And finally, there are negative people who have a lot of negativity in them that comes from their frustration or personal problems or health issues. And you have to learn to deal with all these 3 type of personalities. And this is again the best opportunity for you to grow as a person. You need to learn how to deal with positive people. So the way to deal with positive people is take them as mentors, take them positively, don't take them for granted, value their opinions. Now, the way to deal with neutral people is, instead of asking for, solutions, ask for their opinions, what they think. Don't ask for, quick answers, but bring in conversations, because even though they're neutral, during the conversation, they can come out with their problems, their communication skills. Now, negative people, one you can do is keep away from them. The second thing is you can always be neutral with them. Finally, we have conflict management. If there is a conflict, don't be emotional, don't get personal, focus on the problem and not on the people. So, as the great Phil Jackson, the basketballer, said, the strength of the team is in each individual team member, and the strength of each member is a team. So it is one for all and all for one. So make a dream team. The team makes the dream work, and the dream team makes the teamwork. So put in efforts, learn from the points that we discussed. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.